The Oruga Podcast.
Somehow somebody's always looking the other way. Now look at these guys. They look busy, right?
Like raging against another player, and he was like saying a bunch of homophobic and racist shit.
Yeah.
And then later on his channel he had to apologize for it, which is like it's funny to me. It's funny to see like the high of like fuck you family, you're a piece of garbage.
Yep.
And then you see the next video, he's like, I'm deeply sorry for what I've done. I didn't mean to do any of that. I'm so sorry, and if I offended you, please forgive me. And you're like, what is going on in your mind, bro? Because like I don't know, you can feel the inauthenticness. He's like, I'm just trying to save my followers. I guess I have to make an apology video for this.
It's like when PewDiePie or even Ninja, they both said the N-word.
Did they really?
No word. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Really?
Yeah. And their gaming rage moment.
Yeah.
Like, you're a.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Welcome to the Op. Be sure to check out Oruga's shop. We make shirts and hoodies that are comfortable and stylish. Follow @ShopOruga and visit orugastore.com. That is ORUGA store.com. Beat produced by Saipuda. Check him out at saipudabeats.com.
If I would have clicked space, it would have started.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Op. Actually, we did some rebranding, so we're really the Oruga Podcast, but I like still going by the Op. So, fun fact, we got some Jamaican listeners now, and we got some Indian listeners, and Kahaya, the black man, might be a little racist because he's like, fuck the Indians, but I welcome them. I welcome them. Come to our podcast. Yeah, so, okay. ChatGPT. You're like, we're going to wait for the podcast to talk about this. So, like, we're both in college, and I was talking about how I'm going to do an English class. And in this English class, I'm going to have to write a lot of papers. I'm going to have to write, like, almost like, at the end of the class, I have to write, like, a 15 to 20 page paper. And you're like, just ChatGPT, bro. Just AI. Just have that shit write it for you. But the thing is, like, ChatGPT doesn't plagiarize, but it talks in its own fashion. It talks like ChatGPT. Like, I've used ChatGPT a ton. And every time I use it, it literally has its own fashion of the way it talks. So how, in God's name, can you use it without plagiarizing?
All right, so
here's some audio for a second.
Oh, great. Red Bull, please sponsor us, please. No, well, yes, but so ChatGPT, yeah, you can use it for papers and whatnot. I'll write papers in like a second. Write like a 10-page paper in a second.
No, it can't. Not ChatGPT.
You'd be surprised. It would write a lot of words in a second. What's the max? Like 200?
500 words.
500?
500 words. 400 to 500 words.
All you have to do is be like
2-minute reads. 2.5-minute reads. That's usually what it does.
You can literally tell it like to extend its how much it writes. Like you can be like, for the next output, can you put 500 words, but do it in like 3 responses back to back, and it'll like respond with the 500 words and do 500 words again and 500 words again until it gets to like 2,000.
You can ask it to give multiple responses back?
Yeah, for sure.
Holy fuck, dude. That's insane. I've never thought about like without doing another input.
Yeah, but you have to like tell it the original input and like tell it how many words you want, and then you have to tell it to respond in multiple continuous paragraphs.
And if you haven't done if you haven't given prompts to ChatGPT, you probably know nothing about what the fuck we're talking about. But basically the sense of what ChatGPT is, you just give a prompt. You basically just ask it to give you some information on a certain subject, and sometimes it'll give you a short response, but if you ask for like an article or a blog post or something in long form, it will give you a long form answer. Right. And you can also ask it like, okay, do I want bullet point facts? Do I want a long form essay? Do I want a
Python code?
Right.
It can do multiple.
Does it do coding?
A lot of coding. Like,
really?
I even had it doing like word art, like the meme word art with like the dashes and the slashes.
Yeah, dude.
I can do that crap too.
Really?
It's crazy. But yeah, if you want to write a paper fit, I think you could. All you have to tell it is write this at a 5th grade level, write this at a 12th grade level, right? At college level.
Right.
But for the plagiarism fact, there is something called ChatGPT 0. Which is like a program some kid in Waterloo in Canada, that goes to a university, which I believe is called Waterloo.
Okay.
My cousin goes to college in Canada, and he told me he met that kid that made ChatGPT 0, and he was just a nerd. But what that program can do, it's either one of two things. It can just determine whether or not this was written, like an article was written by ChatGPT. I think that's probably what it is, but I do know there's something out there that exists where you can literally see the prompts entered into ChatGPT.
That would get the response. Oh, so it's almost like back engineering a response from ChatGPT?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so like if I see an explanation of the atmosphere, I would be like, okay, what prompt gave this response?
Right.
Okay, that's fascinating. And so you're saying that that's going to be the new thing in teachers' classrooms.
They'll take your paper and give it the ChatGPT 0, and then they'll say, here's some prompts that results into this answer.
But what happens if I wrote it and ChatGPT didn't?
Like, then no, because it's original. It's yours. There's no way that, I mean, statistically speaking, there's no way ChatGPT can write an article exactly like yours.
Dude, can I just say, we're getting to these like 1% conversations, meaning that like when I was using ChatGPT for college, all right, I did do it a few times, I'm not gonna lie, and the thing is, when I would put them through plagiarizer tests online, they would always say like it's a certain percentage that you can't get around. Like there's a certain percentage of plagiarism you can't get around, like explaining the DOG, or like saying acronyms, or saying sentences, definitions. Like a definition is exactly. So you can't get around that shit. So it will give you a certain percentage of plagiarism. And when I would give my ChatGPT like responses to the plagiarizer, it couldn't tell if it was plagiarized or not. It couldn't tell if I was a human or a computer.
Right.
And so it would just say, yes, this is non-plagiarized. And
yeah, if they're not implementing ChatGPT 0, I believe there's no way that they can tell. Yeah, for sure. But if your teachers are smart enough to know what ChatGPT 0 is, then you're kind of screwed.
I'm really hoping my teachers are not that smart.
Yeah. The crazy thing that I've been thinking about recently is like, what if some goon in the military or someone that has classified information anywhere, even like the president of North Korea or whatever, the dictator of North Korea, I should say, are using ChatGPT and they're putting in like these crazy prompts and giving up sensitive, secret information, and then you can look through ChatGPT 0 and be like, what was the original prompt for this crazy message that was made? And it's like an assignment that was given to someone with secretive information, and then you can access that secret information through ChatGPT just because someone was being lazy and trying to cut corners.
Right.
That'd be crazy.
And the whole data mining, the fact that like ChatGPT now has my email, and they now have hundreds of prompts I gave ChatGPT. So it knows what subjects I'm interested in. It knows what topics I'm interested in. It knows a lot about me already. I mean, and Google knows a lot about me too. Right. But the thing is that ChatGPT understands a little more because I'm giving like intimate responses to it to try to get the most out of it. And the data, they're going to be a monster corporation soon. Like right now, they're like the back alley kind of corporation. Soon they're going to be really mainstream. Soon they're going to... Dude, I'm going to have a ChatGPT app on my phone soon. Did you know that they were like, oh, we can plan recipes for a week now, and we can order... We can order food from grocery stores and have them shipped to your house.
What?
Looking for comfortable... Looking for comfortable and stylish apparel? Something right up your alley? Oruga has a collection for you. Monochrome features sleek black and white designs. The Workweek in Thermal features pops of vibrant color. Check out orugastore.com for unique styles and streetwear.
There were some, so ChatGPT was doing plugins.
Right.
And these plugins were the idea that you can plan Uber trips, you can plan vacation trips through there, and you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is tell ChatGPT that I want to go to Salt Lake City, Utah. All right? And then it will plan the flights, the Ubers, the hotels, and the activities. And you don't have to do anything besides give it a credit card.
That's nuts.
Dude, you know how many people will do that?
Yeah, why?
Thousands of people will do that. So the fact that like you can have this ability to have automation in your own life,
right?
They are gonna be data mining like it's nobody's business.
I use ChatGPT to write my resume, so they know too much already.
Right.
I kind of already put
your GPA.
Already have the what is it called when you have that mark in the mark of the beast, or you got the mark of the beast, you know what I mean?
I do. Yeah. Have you ever like read that chapter of the Bible?
That's the only part of the Bible I've read, but like it's been a minute. Yeah.
That's the only part of the Bible you've read?
I read Genesis too.
Okay.
As well.
You read Genesis and Exodus, huh?
Yep, that's it.
Dude.
It's important parts.
Well, the thing is, the weird things about the Bible is that it's translated multiple times.
Right.
So it's from ancient Hebrew, and then it goes to Greek, and then it goes to Latin, and then it goes to English.
Right.
And, dude, for how different Greek is to Latin, it's like monumental. Like it's so fascinating. Like I only learned a little bit about the Greek language, but each language has a different way to view information. And like, so yeah, but anyways, back to the Mark of the Beast. They were saying that like the insert of the Mark of the Beast would either be on one of your hands by your thumb, like the insert, or the symbol of the Mark of the Beast would be like in one of your hands, and then one of them was like the forehead. There might be three spots, but that idea is really fascinating. That I don't know. I'm not really a historian about it, but it's pretty interesting.
I heard Joe Biden's trying to... No, I'm joking. That'd be crazy.
I've heard a lot of people say that Neuralink is the similar...
Right.
Like, is close to being the Mark of the Beast, but it's like...
It's such a Christian thing to be like, anything foreign that goes with your body is the Mark of the Beast.
Right. But
like tattoos back in the day. I feel
were
like
they really saying that?
I mean, why wouldn't they?
I don't know. You know what I do know is I saw a white guy with the Samoan tattoos. Have you ever seen the Samoan people tattoos?
Samoan people. Oh, like the Hawaiian vibe type of thing going on?
I saw a full white guy with all that shit all over his arms. That was really funny.
I I mean, he might be just really light Samoan.
I doubt it. No, this dude looks so far from removed. I mean, like, for God's sakes, we're in the middle of Cincinnati. I don't think this motherfucker.
I've met a Samoan guy down here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Born in Samoa.
Yeah, so have I. They're really cool. They're really sweet.
This guy was huge. He was like 24 and he looked like a 40-year-old adult.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's crazy. He's just huge. You know how like adults are like thicker? Does that make sense? Like
Yes.
big bones. He definitely had some huge bones.
Yeah.
He could be The Rock or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. What do you think of John Cena, man?
John Cena. I don't know. I've never seen him before.
I'm gonna let that one sizzle. Alright. You haven't seen him before? I just find it funny how John Cena's trying to become The Rock.
You think so?
I don't know. He's like trying to make a bunch of movies and he's trying to like... He's definitely trying to change his public image at least. I don't even... Yeah.
I mean, man's got hustle.
That's true.
You can't be wrestling forever.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people just break down in the WWE. There's a lot of people that just like do not last long.
I see. Yeah.
I wonder how long Logan... Is it Logan Paul? Yeah, I think it's Logan who's a WWE wrestler now, which is insanity.
I think he did one time. I don't know if he's actually still doing
No, he's signed.
That's crazy.
He's signed by the WWE. Have you seen his outfit yet?
I have not.
It's hilarious. It's just funny how, like, to see these child YouTubers become, like, big stars in, like, little niche groups. Like
Is this the Japan kid that went to Japan?
Yeah, and was fucking with suicide bodies. Yeah. I mean, like, I understand that a lot of people, like, hated him for that one, but...
Have you heard of iShowSpeed? Or Speed?
Yeah, of course. Of course I've known.
You know
Speed.
he went to Hughes High School?
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He did. We walked on the same street that Hughes walked on every day of our lives.
This is Logan Paul's outfit.
That's cringe. He looks like a Fortnite character.
He looks like Power Rangers.
He does. That's really cringe.
Isn't that?
Very cringe.
Dude.
Ew, we got the Pokemon card. Man,
does he really?
On the chain, or Yu-Gi-Oh or something.
That's disgusting. That's Pokemon. And here's another one too. He looks like a I don't know. He just looks like a wrestler in drag. That's what he looks like to me.
I'm hating. He looks like that guy from Ted 1.
I've never seen Ted.
Oh,
Never seen it.
Man,
This is so cringe though. Yeah, it is Pokemon because look at the connection on the chain. It's a Pokeball.
I wonder if it's like a Zapdos or something. I don't know. Looks like a trainer card. You know what? I bet he's trying to look like a Pokemon gym leader or something. Trying to look like.
You're probably right.
Maybe that's what he's going for.
Like a Japanese character. It's so disgusting. Okay, I'm done. But what were you talking about?
What was I on?
I don't even know. Fuck, dude.
Something crazy.
Doesn't even matter.
Shame on me.
Oh, Speed. He did not go to Hughes High School, bro.
He did.
There's no way. I have to look
He
that
went
shit
to
up.
prom. I'm sure. Like, he went to prom where he went to high school. Yeah.
I am Speed. Alright, and I'm going to look up his real name.
And then, he went to Japan.
What's his real name?
I have no clue. I don't really watch his content.
I am Speed, YouTuber. Okay. iShowSpeed, that's what it is. iShowSpeed. Okay. Keep talking.
He went to Japan with, like, another streamer. Mm-hmm. I just saw a clip on YouTube, like a little short. Mm-hmm. And he was about to, like, purchase that hat that Logan Paul wore in the Japanese video, like the Toy Story hat.
Okay.
And then this other streamer, like, held Speed's hand. He's like, no, don't do it. It's bad luck, man. Don't get that Toy Story hat. Get this one. That was crazy to me. Okay. I don't know. It's just like the fact that he saw it and then instantly associated it with that video was crazy. And it was in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Yeah, this kid did not go to
Hughes High School.
No, he did not go to Hughes.
Where does it say he's from?
I'm on his Huddle account right now.
His Huddle account.
Do you know what Huddle is?
No clue.
Huddle's the basketball, or not basketball, but just the high school.
Is it sports?
Man, he might be. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, he played soccer. I think
he played basketball.
Pretty sure he played soccer
and football.
Where did iShowSpeed? Where did Speed go to high school?
Whatever this high school is. Marion Cavaliers.
I don't know. I mean, it's in Cincinnati. Well, I guess it's not. Is it really not?
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
I swear, dude.
The thing is, though, his name, Darren Watkins. Darren Watkins, that sounds like a really popular name. Like, that's not...
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, we could be looking up the Darren Watkins in this city on accident.
He now he's rich, right? He has their money. He's a famous streamer, right?
Sure. He gave Leonardo... Or no. Ronaldo?
Yeah.
They
met or something?
They met and Ronaldo got... I don't know. Anyways, go ahead.
I think that he went to high school at Hughes and then left Hughes.
Yeah.
And went to, like, you know, a better school.
Okay.
I don't know how Hughes is, but...
I don't know. That's the thing. Everybody trashes that high school, but it's such a beautiful high school. Like, it's literally the most beautiful building in Cincinnati. It's so damn stoic. It's a beautiful building. And, I don't know. It's really interesting. But, yeah. Speed. Do you watch a lot of Speed?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen clips here and there.
Right.
Every single time I see clips, like, crazy moments. But, you know, that's the algorithm nowadays.
For sure.
People show crazy stuff.
Right.
Like, apparently, like, set fireworks inside his house. Stuff like that. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, he was that YouTuber? Really? There's a few YouTubers that do that shit where they buy a house and then they'll just do crazy shit like set fireworks off in there, or like do foam challenges, or just
weird.
Just shit that you could almost die. And they're like, let's do it. Let's do it for the views.
The way he got his fame is crazy. He was just off of saying, like, soccer players' name incorrectly.
Really?
Like, yeah, like...
What was his main thing? Was it, like, YouTube? Was it, like...
He was playing Fortnite and FIFA and shit like that.
Oh, really?
That was it, yeah.
That was how he got famous?
Yep.
Was through streaming and Twitch?
Yep.
Wow.
And, like, he's pretty wild. Like, he's OD, like, crazy high energy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's why they call him, like, Speed as well. Or that's where he gets his, like, nickname, I believe.
Right. I've heard him apologize from... So, like, I knew he did gaming, but I didn't know he got, like, popular off of that. And I was watching this video of him, like, basically apologizing after he was, like raging against another player, and he was, like, saying a bunch of homophobic and racist shit.
Yeah.
And then later on his channel, he had to apologize for it, which is, like... It's funny to me. It's funny to see, like, the high of like, fuck you family, you're a piece of garbage.
Yep.
And then you see the next video, he's like, I'm deeply sorry for what I've done. I didn't mean to do any of that. I'm so sorry, and if I offended you, please forgive me. And you're like, what is going on in your mind, bro? Because, like, I don't know, you can feel the inauthenticness. He's like, I'm just trying to save my followers. I guess I have to make an apology video for this.
It's like when PewDiePie or even Ninja, they both said the N-word.
Did they really?
No word. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Really?
Yeah. Their gaming rage moment.
Yeah.
Like, you're a...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we got to be ready.
Visit orugastore.com today and enter the discount code OP15 for 15% off your order. on all Oruga merch. Free shipping for orders over $50 is available as well. Thank you.
I've always disliked Ninja.
Really?
Yeah.
He seems like a
nerd, bro. He seems like a high-class nerd who thinks he's special because he can move his fingers around quickly. And you're like, come on, bro. And, dude, I just remember, like, when he was at his height in, like, 2016, 17, 18, somewhere around there, when he was just, like, blowing the fuck up from Fortnite. And you could just see the ego kind of just blow up in his brain. You know, like that must be a really traumatic experience to go from a nobody to somebody who is known everywhere, a household name. Like he turned into a household name over in like 6 months, right?
Right.
Which is just such a quick.
I think
turnaround.
Mentally, he always thought he was, the guy. He always thought he was him.
Okay.
He was like, I'm him.
Yeah.
Looking in the mirror every morning.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It was funny to see when he was like, in the height of his fame, he was like streaming, eating sushi for lunch, and then he would have like a Red Bull. He had like a Red Bull sponsorship.
Right.
And he would just like while we're drinking, he would have like 3 or 4 of those during a stream, and then just like it was really interesting to like see him in that groove of
That's
like
crazy.
I'm gonna be really like into my sponsorships, I'm gonna be into the stream 24/7, and I just always wonder like how do you like playing video games is fun, right? That's an indulgence. Like you're sitting there, you're indulging on your video game, you're enjoying yourself. But like if that's your work and you're staring at a screen for 6 to 8 hours, what happens after that? What do you do after that?
That's what I want to know about a lot of rich people. What are you guys doing in your free time?
Right. What do you watch in your free time? Are you watching like true crime documentaries? Are you taking a walk? Do you have a dog? Like, what's going on in that brain of yours? Because
just watching your footage 24 hours.
Because when I would see just like, oh, I did good on this local. Oh, I got a headshot there. Oh, but he got me on the next shot. Oh.
Imagine like trying to have girls over. And then you're like just playing your Fortnite clips. Like, look how fast I built this fort.
How lame is it to go to Ninja's house?
Hey, yo.
Because I always thought I would like Ninja's kind of a character where I would imagine after his stream he would just be smoking meth. Or just dude,
was he that cracked out? Or?
To me, he was cracked out. Whatever he was doing speed, Adderall, I'm actually just talking shit right now.
Projecting.
But the thing is, he just seems so crazy. He just seems
so
like
in the zone.
So in the zone. And I remember that he like, once he got famous, he got this like really hot girlfriend. And like, it was just, his character progression as like a public star is truly fascinating to me. Like he is a petri dish to me.
He's a handsome man. Of course, he's gonna have a good-looking woman.
He's got millions, bro. She looks at those racks.
Not those racks. The racks underneath his shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the cooling he has in his computers?
Yo.
Because like, what do you talk to when you like? I guess like if you
always in the game. What's your conversation with the ladies?
Right. If you're Ninja's girlfriend, what do you guys talk about? Can't talk about video games. That's like Jesus.
What if she does play games though? What if she's a gamer girl?
That would be the best result for him. Because I
agree.
Yeah, you can't have like one girl, or he couldn't have a girl that's like
hates games or something, or like
yeah. It's interesting. The whole like Twitch industry really fascinates me.
I hope Twitch dies. Not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's kind of cancer, like how that company operates, and like you have to. Do you know about this? Like when you start out on Twitch, they'll make your viewers like get bombarded with ads, and you can't like. No one's gonna pay. You have to pay to watch people. So if you already have 2 people that you're like subscribed to and you watch to and you don't get ads on, then if you want to watch like an upcoming person, like a new person, they'll just like bombard your stream with their ads. So once someone gets the ad in there, they're not going to stay. They're just going to leave.
So you're telling me that the new people who come into Twitch get monetized and over monetized. That's what you're saying. That is monetization.
Well, they don't get paid for it. Oh. You have to. It's like YouTube. You have to hit a certain goal, but they're still going to put the ads in there, and they're still going to like make your stream suck, basically. Because just to give you guys some like background information, our YouTube isn't monetized. The Oruga Studios page isn't monetized, so we don't have any ads on any of our YouTube videos. But you're saying that like they'll put ads anyways on Twitch, right, and you still don't get paid for it. Right. And it's like they don't give you the regular like 1 15-second ad. They're giving you like the pirated movies website where it's like 4 ads or even like 6 ads back to back. You gotta watch all of them. Then you get like what 20 minutes and
no skips.
Back again, no skips.
That's like that's the thing that's the death on radio. That seems like the death to radio, for sure. Because radio hasn't understood that the internet exists yet, and that these radio shows, like any radio show you go to, is just so many ads. And then you get a few songs here and there. Or maybe it's a talk show, but that talk show still has a couple ads leaked into the conversation. And that's like, everything like that is just kind of ridiculous to me. Like, have you ever gone into your parents' car, and they listen to some bullshit, like, radio station? Like, my parents listen to XM radio. XM radio is literally AIDS to me, because it's like you can't pick the song, you can't pick anything about it. It's just crazy. A random station that has random songs on it. Like obviously you can get like 90s on 9 and 80s on 8, and you can listen to 80s songs. That's great, but like the fact that like there's still a few ads here and there, and there's like a talk show guy being like, "Hey, that was a wild song from Michael Jackson in 1987, and here's another one from, I don't know any 80s songs." But just like my point is, like, it's so painful to listen to now. Like, do your parents listen to that shit?
No, not really. They usually put in like a good CD or something from music to go online, but when I get in their car and I don't have like my phone set up or whatever, and I'm just like in a rush, or I just don't want to spend the time hooking up my phone to their Bluetooth on their car or something, I turn on the radio to like for some sound. And man, like there've been some times where I turn on the radio, I'm driving for like 20 minutes, the whole drive it's just straight ads.
Jesus.
And then like you have to like skip around channels, and then they're playing like what, Katy Perry or something stupid that I just don't want to listen to. I'm like, I would rather listen to ads than listen to this artist.
Right.
And then it's like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go to the rap channel and wait for them to get off their ad break, and it just never happens. Or even if it does happen, it's just a crappy song that I don't like, and then after that song's over, 5 more ads back to back. And it's like, bro, we just wasted my drive, my enjoyment of this drive.
I remember like my anger level and my annoyance level and my tolerance level of just like everyone to go, like I just remember being angrier when I would listen to a song and I was like, what the fuck did you guys put this on for? Did you like who is this song for? And now that I have Spotify and I can pick any song I want, and like, I have premium, and that shit is, I can just tell like my happiness level has like gone so far to the opposite direction. Like I couldn't even imagine listening to ads anymore. I couldn't imagine listening to a song I didn't pick.
Fair.
It is like, it's such a revolution, dude. And for me to like, podcasts too. Like if I want to listen to a talk show, I'll throw a podcast on. Right. And there's ads I can skip. Like, I can just hit that little, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, there. Boom. Now we're in the actual conversation. And, man, like, ads have really been, like, just the death of me wanting to consume anything. Like, I can't remember the last time I watched actual television.
Right.
And, like, the fact that, like, they would play, like, how many jingles do you have in your head? I can name one right now. McCluskey Chevrolet.
Oh, no.
Lower places, lower rates. Like that shit is...
Oh, no.
Yeah. Dude,
I haven't watched TV in a while, but, like, that 1-800, 289, that, safe, is it Safelight or...
What is that? Empire Today. Are you talking about that
some
one?
Some crap like that, yeah.
Yeah. Or, what is his... It doesn't matter.
Safe Light Replace.
Safe Life Repair. Yeah. Dude, I don't even want to give those fucking people shout-outs. Fuck them. Because they literally have brainwashed me with all of those stupid fucking jingles. Like, those stupid fucking jingles have stuck in my head. And they're good. Let me tell you, they've stuck in my head for a reason. But the fact that I have so many in my head, it just, like, kind of completely turned me off to television.
Do you know the Home Depot?
The sound?
Yeah.
Dun-na-na-na.
Yeah, dude.
Dun-na-na-na-na.
I remember there was a period of time where everyone on SoundCloud was trying to, like, rap on that beat. And I was like, kill me.
Dude,
Kill me now.
It's funny you're talking about that. There's a podcast I listen to that has kind of, like, before, the ads that they would get would be, like, underwear brands and, like, just, like, really obscure companies would go to this podcast for ads. And now this podcast has fucking Home Depot. And you're like, what? Home Depot, bro? Like, the podcast I listen to is not, like, E for everyone. Like, it is, like, really grungy and really not the typical audience, I would think.
You would at Home Depot.
But the thing is, like, of course people shop at Home Depot.
Fair.
How do you not shop at Home Depot?
That's true, yeah.
But the fact that their ads, or that this podcast could have Home Depot, is crazy, dude. It's fucking unbelievable. Like, I couldn't imagine this podcast having Subway commercials. You know, like, just like shit like that.
After Jared, I think anything flies.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Oof.
Yeah. But it's just fascinating. Like, we're kind of seeing the turns of the tide of, like, how television is really for, like, 50 on up. And, like, everybody who's, like, kind of, like, 38 and younger is kind of turning towards the internet.
True.
And it's really fast. Like, who's got cable anymore?
Right.
Who's got fucking cable?
Those companies are losing so much money because no one wants to buy cable. Well, I guess since none of the younger people can buy houses and have their cable in there, maybe they aren't losing money just yet.
Yeah, but dude, just like, for how many streaming services there are, like, if I want sports, I can get ESPN Plus. If I want to watch some TV shows, I can get, like, Peacock or Netflix or Hulu or HBO. I think I just named fucking all of them. And the fact that I don't need a fucking box, the fact that I don't need a cable, it's so stupid to me that those companies aren't online already. Why would I need a technician to come into my house and put a fucking TV in? You know what I mean? Like, it just makes so ridiculous. And, like, the internet is just so much better. It's so much better, dude.
Speaking of ESPN, I think it's crazy that you can't watch the Super Bowl unless you have ESPN. I think that's nuts.
What are you talking about? ESPN? No. The Super Bowl is nationally broadcasted. I watch the Super Bowl every year off of an antenna.
No
I just
way.
attach an antenna to my TV. Yeah, of course.
What about football in general?
Oh, that I bootleg.
Wow, what a guy. You can't watch football without ESPN. That's true, right?
No.
Not true.
Not true. Not true.
How would you watch football without ESPN?
ESPN is really college. It's all about their contracts.
I see.
It's all about their contracts. And their current contract that they have with the NFL is shit. So they get Monday Night Football. That's why I think it's Monday or Thursday.
So where would I watch football? Like on other channels with like an antenna?
Yeah, Channel 17.
I didn't know that.
I think it's like ABC or CBS or one of those nationally broadcasted. We can only get this city. No. So like I have extra antennas. I can literally give you I can give you an antenna.
I have
Okay,
go ahead.
But the thing is, like, you just have to calibrate it, put in the right place in your house for it to like you get maximum reach.
Right.
And we can only get local channels. Or local football games. So if you want to watch like the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers, you would have to go like to NFL, or you'd have to you'd have to do something to be able to get those kind of games. But the local Bengals game, all you have to do is to just get an antenna.
That's crazy.
Just
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's I think something happened around like 2008 to 2012, somewhere around that range, when there was a ruling that all NFL games should be broadcasted locally. So we get them for free. Yeah.
Thank God.
But most of the time I just bootleg them because it's better.
I thought they were monopolizing on, like, ESPN was super monopolizing. That's crazy.
No. ESPN really only has, like, ESPN's really just a contracting broadcasting place. So they will go to these sporting events and, major corporations and then get a contract with them. So, like, there's a lot of college, like, SEC games, or I don't really know. I'm actually going to start talking out of my ass, but that's usually how it's run.
I see.
Yeah. Why, are you about to go into the NFL? Like, are you about to start watching NFL games? Like, what?
I'm not.
No? Not at all?
So for
are you even
school
interested?
project, nah.
Okay.
For school project, we're designing a business, Mr. Meyer's class. Mm-hmm. Intro to entrepreneurship. So you just start like a little entrepreneurship type of business type deal. And my business I created was called VR Delta. I worked with 4 other kids, young adults.
Okay.
And we were trying to make a VR headset that would be able to just put it on, have your TV on there. Mm-hmm. That's basically it. Okay.
So a VR viewing ability to watch games live.
Right. With your friends too. Like,
sure.
It's kind of like I don't know how to explain that. It was like a little party.
Can I just say though?
Go ahead.
We were in the same class,
right.
The entrepreneurship class, and I'm not gonna lie, my team just kicked your team's ass.
F you and your team.
Do you remember what my product was?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a little sound booth where you jerk off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and record it.
And your cum hits the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just gonna be like this music sound booth. Yeah, so you could like record music and it would be crystal clear.
Right.
Or at least with sound dampening. It couldn't be sound cancellation, but it'd be sound dampening. And
we had the sharks come in and they're all like up in the idea. Man.
They were dick riding my group though.
Literally. Like,
they were dick riding.
Preston had zero energy. He had no energy in this whole like presentation, and he was like rolling his eyes and everything, and he seemed super unmotivated. And they're like, "You, sir, you have a passion for this, don't you?" I was like, "What? What?" It was crazy.
Because so my team was like, so my team had to give a speech in front of these quote unquote sharks, meaning like economists almost. Right. And I remember like before our speech, before our class, I literally was like prepping my partners.
Right.
And I was like, you need to do this, like please wrap it all together. Finally. Did I really seem like emotion like
your body language was given like, I don't want to be here right now. This is the worst moment of my life.
And they were really like, oh yeah, you sir are a musician the way you were talking.
Literally. And he didn't respond. And like silence is like the perfect answer. It was like he kind of went with it, and they were like, oh yeah, we know everything about you.
It was so dumb. Yeah. And I remember but I remember your group going up, right. And that was hilarious.
Yeah, we were not ready.
There were so many characters in your group. Like, there was a lot of personality going on, and you're like, what is this train wreck I'm witnessing right now? It is really fun. And that dude, I didn't even get the highest grade in the class. Or for the group. I don't know what group got the best.
I don't know either.
There was like 6 groups in our class. And dude, I don't know who got because all of, like, even my group wasn't that great. So it's like, who got the best grade? And I could never figure it out.
I didn't even get good grades in that class. Like, as for the effort I put in, I didn't get a single 100% on any of my assignments.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, I was going crazy in that class.
Dude, that teacher loved me, though. And that was such a benefit, dude. Because I was just talking mad shit to him every day. But, like, I was just like, I don't know. Like, before, because you would come in late.
I always came in late.
Yeah, you would come in late to that class every day. And I would always, like, be the first one to enter into that classroom. And I would talk to the teacher like, you know, he's a human being. And he would just, I don't know, it was great. It was great to have some, I know, us brown-nosing.
I wish that he would give people the grades he deserved.
Okay. You're just salty from that chem class.
Salty. I'm so salty. I hate college. You know what? Screw college.
You know, Kahaya, why don't you just become a professional podcaster like me?
Yeah, right. Phil pays a bill. If you guys,
are you podcasting like you're paying the bills, motherfucker?
If you guys get this podcast to 1 million just 1 million likes, I'll quit school. Yep.
Bro, okay. How about this? Let's make it more reasonable.
No, why would you make it reasonable? I'm not trying to quit school. That's crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, dude. I got nothing after that. I don't know.
Have you? But your housing market. Mm-hmm. You ever plan on buying a house, Cincinnati or some crap?
I just want to pay cash. I want to pay cash for my home. Like if I.
How in the world?
Will
are you
I
just
do
gonna
that?
Withdraw the money from your bank account and be like, "Here's cash"? Or you're just gonna have? Oh, by cash you don't mean physical cash.
Yeah, I don't mean physical cash.
Okay, but just like having all your own money.
I'd have to be a drug lord to have physical.
Right.
If I had $100,000 in cash, you would be like, "Hey, man, why is your bedroom filled with cash?"
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to say
but I would I would want to pay for my first home in cash, and that's not like. I'm just like terrified of loans, and I'm terrified of like being owned by a bank, and
fair.
Like it just really feels like the whole debt market is like it's a market, and you are the commodity, and we're trying to juice money out of you so we can tie you down and hold you down to pay us, and it's just I don't know, man. Like I'm just not really interested in it.
I feel it sucks.
Like if I had to get a loan, I would want to pay either like a really good down payment or pay like an okay down payment and have like a reserve amount of cash just to like what if I get fired from my job,
right? And
I want to be able to have like almost a year of being able to pay off my mortgage, right? And it's just like those ideas of just like I don't want to sign myself. I don't want to fuck over myself by signing myself into a contract with a bank. And yeah. But it seems hokey pokey for me to have $80,000 to $100,000 in cash. That's not right now. That's for sure. I do not have that kind of money. But the idea of having that seems really nice. Or at least having the options. So like I think I'll rent for a long time. I think I'll rent until like my late 20s. Until I have that shit figured out.
Looking for an out-of-this-world poster? or some stickers to brighten your mood? Check out the posters and prints collection on our website, orugastore.com. Our artworks are perfect for walls, mood boards, and anywhere you want to accessorize.
I definitely want to get a house by the end of the year.
Yeah, you want to get a fucking trailer.
I would not be opposed to it.
Dude.
Wait, I can't say a trailer. You're kind of throwing me in the bush. I would like a modular home. I'd like a modular home or like a pre-made home.
Fuck modular homes.
That's crazy.
Fuck them, dude. Okay, when are you gonna house shop? Because I want to go with you to house shop.
You know, I've been house shopping online, but until I have like a good down payment, which would just be me and Ashley, my girlfriend, having like a good $7,000. Like I have $7,000, she has $7,000, so collectively that'd
14.
be like 13, 14 grand. That would be my down payment, and the max I'd probably pay for a house is like $100K to maybe $150K. That's like my price range for a house. So in November, I'm definitely going to be seeing and looking for houses in the Cincinnati area, but for now, yeah, it's just online. I've been finding decent houses. My range right now is like an hour away from the University of Cincinnati.
Really?
That's a max I want to drive, an hour to school.
Why do you want to do an hour?
It's just a bigger market. There's just more houses in the larger area.
Cheaper too for the quality.
I should probably say like in that range, like that whole range
Yeah.
of that hour drive. Like I'll do a 10-minute drive, but might not be houses in a 10-minute drive radius. You know what I'm saying?
You almost want the 275 loop. You almost want to like that 275 loop. There's like this comes of a sweet spot, and like I have the home I grew up in was about 10 minutes outside of the 275 loop, and it was perfect because it was so close to Cincinnati, and you can still get to the highway and still get yeah.
Get in and out quickly. Yeah, I agree.
And you're still like kind of connected everywhere. Like it really sucks to be out in the boonies and you're not by a highway to get anywhere, and you have to do like
20-30 minutes just to get on the highway.
Yes,
yeah.
dude, those are the
was at my house
worst. I have some family that's like that, and to drive to their house, they're like, dude, what happens if you break down? You know, like you're just
sure if you're in the boonies, like
right.
the actual boonies, yeah, you're screwed.
Crazy, because it'll be like an hour before a tow truck could ever get to you, and you're like, yeah, good dude. The mod. Oh, when you were house searching, you sent me this
mansion of a house, an old church.
That church, dude. My dream home would have been in that church. That church that was like redone, and it had like the main floor was like all the pews and the altar were taken out, and it was like the living room and kind of like casual area where the pews would have been, and the kitchen was where the altar was, and then where the organ or like the overhead terrace or view. How do I say that? I guess like terrace isn't the right word, but like I don't know what it was, but there was like an upstairs,
the loft type thing.
Sure,
yeah.
Loft is a way better word. I think that is the words that I was looking for. So if you can go upstairs, and then there was like a pool table and like couches, and like for God's sakes, I'm into pool, so
yeah, that's
because
I beat him once.
I know, I kicked your ass twice today, but
I wouldn't have it easy. Just warming up.
You're just warming up. Yeah. Okay, but dude, like to have like a nice pool table, to have and then that house had fucking so much room.
It was crazy.
So much room, because you remember my last apartment,
right? And
how big it was,
right,
dude.
That's why when I saw it, I immediately thought of you. I was like, this is definitely enough brain space for Preston.
Can I tell you, the whole idea of brain space and having like open, like here, I feel claustrophobic. At this, I just moved here to my new apartment, and it's like so much smaller than my last one. And I really have this like set belief that if taller ceilings, more thoughts.
Right.
More open space, more thoughts. I don't know what it is, but it's like the bigger the home, the better your thoughts.
Okay.
That's how I've always looked at it. And, like, honestly, like, if I could get rid of all my furniture and just sit on the ground, I would.
That's crazy.
Just to have, like, everything, just to have more space and more thoughts. I don't know. It's, like, it's just how I think.
I don't know, Preston. You still already have, like, looking like you got, like, 10-foot ceilings here, probably.
Yeah.
Last one was probably, like, 20 to 30 feet.
Dude, that last apartment was fucking tall, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy.
So tall. Like, so, like, my last apartment must have been 15-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
It must have been, because...
Almost 20.
Yeah, because this is 10 feet, I guess, and I feel claustrophobic in 10 feet.
Right. That church, though. That church is probably, like, fucking 40.
50,
yeah.
Dude, oh, I could have some big thoughts there.
Yeah, for sure. Imagine, like, trying to replace the light bulbs in that place or something crazy. You're, like,
awesome.
trying to work on that roof. You're going to need, like, a whole machine.
No,
like,
you don't. Just a big elevator. Or a big...
a big ladder. You're
big
really
ladder.
feeling comfortable going up
Yeah,
on
of course.
That's
Have you never
crazy.
gone on a...
Not that high. I mean, not on a ladder, but I have gone up, like, that high in a machine that
Yeah.
takes you up.
Oh, those scissor cranes.
The
Yeah.
scissors.
Yeah. Is that what they call them? I think that... I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
But yeah, just those lifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, even changing the light bulbs in my last apartment was a fucking task. I never even did it because I didn't have a ladder that was that big. And you need those A-shaped ladders, you need those A-frames, because I couldn't lean the ladder against anything because it's just the light bulbs in the middle of in the room. So it's like, yeah. But, oh, dude, that church, I'm telling you. I will, like, perfect scenario. Let me paint the perfect scenario. $100,000 for a shit church. That's, like, big steeples, nice and large church. That's, like, probably built in the 1850s or somewhere around there. And just gut it, renovate it, and then just keep all the same furniture I have. I wouldn't need any new furniture. I would just buy, like, a pool table and buy kitchen shit. Oh, dude, art. Yeah, I think I'm actually at this point in my life where if I'm not buying like real like nice pieces of art, I think I'll just make all my art.
I see. Sure.
Because like I know like the art I have in here is not like fucking amazing, but it's like it's just cheaper to do it this way. And you know what, audience? I'm white. Kahaya's black.
Wow.
And when he came into my apartment, he was like, this is what a white person does. They hang their picture frames on the walls.
Bro.
Did you know white people hang their shit on the walls? I was like, dude, what? I just have nice stuff and I put it on the wall. And you're calling me a fucking white person because of it? You're the racist.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
No, dude, I have not been in the black person's house. Colored. Let me be more racist. A colored person's house.
Yeah.
And seeing like pieces of art like on the walls, organized, or just like more than one piece besides a family picture.
Okay.
Or decor in general.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because I don't know why.
Let's just put it this way. I'm cultured. You're not.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But what's your point? So you're saying that like every black person's home that you've walked into doesn't have the way I do it. You're saying it's like the white woman way to put shit on the walls.
I don't know what you mean by that. I see like family pictures in the living room.
Sure.
Sometimes not even hung up like on the wall. Mm-hmm. I think I've only been to like one person's house that is African and seen like their African decor in their house. Okay. Usually it's just nothing, just bare walls.
I have white people decor. That's hilarious. Okay, what do you think about this wall right here then?
Yeah, like what do you call that? The animal heads and crap.
Oh,
I would never see that in like a black person's house.
Well, let's chill out for a second. That's a jackalope. Okay, and a jackalope is a mythical creature.
Right. Okay,
so I forget what they call those. They call them fuck, dude? When it's a stuffed animal that's like been hunted.
Yeah.
What is that called?
I don't know.
Dude, I can't believe I
know Dr. Seuss did it. I know, yeah.
It doesn't matter. But the only reason I have that is just for shits and giggles. Like, I don't have that because I'm a hunter.
Fair.
Okay.
I mean, people have the talking fish on the wall where you press the button and it, moves.
That's fucking creepy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are weird.
Guess the skin complexion of the people that had that in their house. Take a guess. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But okay. Besides that jackalope, what's your take?
All right, you have this man's construction signs. Mm-hmm. Usually you'll see that in the privileged young son's room of the White household.
Dude, you're taking such a huge dig. And the thing is, like, I literally have special picked and painted some of these. So it's like, I put in so much effort, I put so much thought into it, and even the way I organize it on the wall, it's not like I just, like, shantily just like, oh, here's this, here's that, now that looks good. Like, I literally put so much effort into it, and you're like, this is bigotry. This is
bigotry,
shit. Like, I literally can hear you, and you're this shit. Fucking white person.
That's crazy. I just be hating, honestly.
And you know what's funny is, like, I keep telling people your take on my decor.
Yeah. Oh no.
And everybody's reaction to it's different. They're like, yeah, he's fucking right. And then some people are like, he's an idiot. So like I get both ends of it, and it's really fascinating.
That's hilarious. Man. That's hilarious. So the housing market right now in Cincinnati, I think, is pretty trash.
Yeah, it's just like it's because we're not at rock bottom. You need to buy at rock bottom. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that? Like,
well, you need to buy when everything collapses.
I don't think it's going to collapse. If you look at the trends, like, sure, there's been some dips, but there hasn't been like a major collapse in quite a while. Matter of fact, it's like times 10 in the last 10 years.
Right. Like, the best time for you to buy would have been before 2008.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Like, and obviously, we were fucking kids then.
Literally.
So, but the thing is, it's a wave. Eventually, it's going to go back to that.
No way, dude.
Dude, I'll bet you money. This is a digital recording.
You know how many people would be screwed?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need.
It's just not happening.
But, like, homie, what I'm saying is that, like, for you, a poor person, to be able to buy a home that's nice, and for you to be able to afford that loan, and for the loan to be nice, like, you know what I mean? Like, for you not to get screwed over by the bank, but you still get the benefit of an okay home for, like, bang for the buck, right? Like, I guess, like, the last time that the housing market was... It would have been like before 2020, right? Would have been like the best time to buy.
Something like that.
I don't know,
like,
actually.
Definitely before COVID, for sure.
It's funny how that's not really a conversation anymore. The housing market, like, I don't know anymore. Truly,
See, I've been looking at it like, I don't know, like even like the middle class right now. Like, my parents make $200,000 a year, and they're definitely middle class or not upper class. I feel like a couple years ago,
it's pretty well off.
A couple years ago, you'd be pretty luxurious. Like, it's crazy. And now, like, AI developers, apparently they're getting paid almost millions a year by big companies like Amazon and Facebook. Imagine having a salary just of like $700K a year. You know how insane that is?
Dude, I was hearing about how like the A-list people, the 1%ers.
Right.
And like, obviously, me and you, if we ever get into the 1%, it would be sheer luck.
Right.
Like, it would be monumental luck. But the idea that, like, you know, there was these set people who were in the 1%. And over time, people like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and, like, just all those people, like Bill Gates, thank you, I always forget his name. those people have like kind of crept into the 1% now because like they've earned their right to be in that conversation.
Right.
But those AI people are going to be the next set of like people to like kind of merge because like it was tech people that came in, and like before it was oil or housing or like some like railroad people in the 1800s were like the 1%. And now it's going to be the AI people who are going to be the 1%ers, and that's really fascinating. Like when you just said like, oh, they're going to get paid $700,000. It's nothing, bro. They're going to get paid billions.
I agree. Yeah, the amount of users, the amount of time it took ChatGPT to reach 1 million users compared to like Facebook. I think ChatGPT it took them like a month. And it took Facebook like years or something crazy.
That's so wild. And like it like makes me go back to the idea of like, okay, this podcast and how it's gonna grow and like, you know, how slow will it be, how fast will it be? And it's funny how like sometimes like I remember it was like a couple weeks ago we hit our first 100 listens. Right. It's like, whoa, that's crazy. And now we're already on the way to like 200. And it's like, it's just getting quicker and quicker and quicker. And it's like really interesting how even these big corporations can kind of compound super quickly if you're good out the gate. And like that's the whole goal for most of these corporations, like the AI, like the ChatGPT, is to be good out of the gate. Right. To be instantly consumed by us and be able with, you know, like usability. Right. And dude. Crazy. The day I'll never do this, but I mean like the day that people were like planning their vacations, planning their car repairs, and planning everything through ChatGPT and just having everything automated and just giving their credit card out, it's gonna be really interesting because obviously ChatGPT is gonna want like, hey, let's have 2% of these purchases. Right. Like it's almost like Apple Pay too. Right. Yeah. Like Apple Pay. Like, if I go to Starbucks right now and use Apple Pay to buy a coffee, I don't get the expense of 2%. But Starbucks has to pay 2% to Apple because I used Apple Pay. And just little shit like that. And, like, they're going to get their money somehow. Like PayPal. Right. PayPal they're skimming. That's what they do. They just skim a little off the top every time, every purchase. And that's how they just became $1 billion corporation.
It's insane.
It's really crazy.
Yeah. I think that, man, if you could make an AI, like, I don't know, like evil AI to be like ChatGPT before it was censored, and just have like a super, I don't want to say humane approach, but free AI. Like AI has more freedoms. I feel like ChatGPT, like there's some answers that you give it where it's like, I'm sorry, but due to these terms and conditions, I can't answer what you're saying. Right. If you could make the God AI, it'd be over. That'd be the next guy. That'd be the next $1 billion AI.
Can I say something to you?
Go ahead.
I was hearing this like debate on, can we create a god? Now hold please.
That's crazy.
What if ChatGPT becomes sentient? All right, and they start taking over all computers. All right. So then it has this internal connection to all the devices on Earth. And then it can see us. It has thousands of cameras. It's omnipresent. It can hear us. It is recording us. And it has the ability to learn exponentially because because it knows everything. It has this infinite amount of information to pull from. And at that point, it would become a god, right? Crazy. Because me and you have a limitation from these eyes and ears and senses. We have a limit of this body. But the thing that could potentially be created is like a sentient AI that has no bounds. It has no physical body to hold it.
It'd be crazy. I think
That's a god right there, bro. That's God.
Can you just imagine, like, it becomes sentient literally in milliseconds? It could take over, like, every computer on Earth. Do what you're just saying, like, be everywhere at once.
This is why I don't have the internet in my apartment.
That's hilarious. Get in, like, the stock market, hear conversations, invest, become rich, become everything.
Right.
Take over the news, take over everything, just do everything at once. Just imagine something just being able to do so much at once in the first place. Like, that's so crazy.
Like, I could imagine cash earning AIs. I've been thinking about this recently. Like, how could... because I bet there's investing tools that... Like, I bet hedge funds are working really hard right now to pay AI companies to invest for them. To have nobody and be investing but AIs. And it would be the cash earning AI. And this cash earning AI will just be fucking with the stock market until it just juices its last cent.
Right.
And it's gonna be like, how could me and you, how could I go onto the stock market and earn as much as one of these AIs?
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? Like, why wouldn't I put my money into these hedge funds that are just absolutely calibrated to the millisecond of when they should sell and buy? And the thing is, I can't do that. I don't have enough time in the fucking day to do that. But this thing's whole agenda is to the millisecond. We're going to have decisions like that. We're going to do these binary decisions of when I should buy and sell based off the market. And I bet they would earn so much money.
Have you seen the shit on Snapchat where it posted a picture on its story, the AI on Snapchat?
An AI posted its own
Story.
picture?
Yeah. It was like a corner of a room. I don't know if it was like a developer working and he took a picture and put it on the AI story. Even that, like, is worrisome because can that developer access every single conversation that someone's had with the AI? That'd be weird. And then it's just like, what if it was sentient for a second and it actually did take a picture and upload it? Or some crazy crap, like...
Well, let's even go crazier.
Okay.
What if it did it by itself?
Exactly. They had to close down Snapchat and, like, edit... I don't know what they did. I don't know what they edited. I have no clue what.
What if what if the AI was like, this information is needed for the humans? Biden actually died a year ago.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Did you think that dude died yet? And
Biden?
And it just like...
I mean, he's been in the news, right?
What do you mean? Yeah, dude, he looks so fucking... I don't know. The whole idea of, like, doubles existing... Yeah, have you ever, like... The fact that, like, we can have...
Like Gucci Mane before he went to prison and after?
That one I believe.
That's him, or that was...
I believe that's him. But, like, I believe that's not, like, a double. But I believe that, like, if you're in the power of a presidency and your president dies, what are your options?
I think it might be in Nigeria or Congo. Some elected official... Elected of air quotes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever. They're speculating that he died, and they didn't want to say anything. Like, the government didn't want to say anything to the people, and he hasn't been on TV in months. This was a couple months when I learned about this, but it's a really old guy that's been in office forever died. They suspect that he died because he hasn't been to TV. He's making crazy, like, statements, making crazy new rules that people are like, I don't know, is that really him? Let's see him.
Right.
Let's see him or hear him say this.
Right.
And he just hasn't been showing up in public. It's always been officials that represent him and whatnot. And they're like, is he actually still alive?
Right.
Like, what's happening?
And the thing is, though, dude, is that as AI gets better, they'll be able to make film of that person.
Should be crazy.
And be able to, like, have him say and do whatever they want. And just 3D render them.
It's insane.
Dude, they, like, I'll have to see something with my real eyes. You know what I mean? Like,
I believe it.
And in 10 years, we won't know what's real on the internet. We really won't. Like, we'll kind of think we know. We kind of think we can tell the difference. But I'm getting
Rick and Morty type deal.
I've been starting to. They've been showing like. Do you remember that LeBron James photo?
In the dress?
Yes. He was wearing a skirt, and it like went viral. And I remember looking at that photo. I was like, I can kind of tell this is AI. I remember looking at it. I was like, I can't tell this is AI because I've produced almost 1,000 AI photos.
Right.
And the thing is, there's gonna be a day where we can't tell, where it's gonna get down to the pixel of excellence, and it's like, okay, what do I won't be able to trust my cell phone. I won't be able to trust any information. I think it's like 10 years from now, I'm just gonna have to be able to like base everything off of what I know now, which is like really fascinating because, man, I don't know. I think there should be huge regulation for AI, just because for how unsafe this conversation is, for how like we can recreate, like me and you, if we had the proper technology, we could say that we could have Trump be like, I am now a black man. I am going to do blackface 24/7, and the news would run with it like it's a real thing.
Have you heard of Lil TJ? No, it's not Lil TJ. It's Lil Tay. That one girl back in the day that was like 9 years old and she was in the mansions and stuff.
Yes.
Have you heard that recent news about her dying?
No.
Yeah.
That's sad. That girl, dude, was really a fascinating case of like child fame.
Right.
And how she was like with Lil 6ix9ine and how...
Yeah.
And I remember that the parents were getting prosecuted with parent endangerment, child endangerment. Like that's what it was, child endangerment, and how they need to take her off the internet and how they need to like give her a real fucking life. You know, like stop doing this shit. And so she died?
No, she did not die. Someone hacked her account, and it's been speculated that they used ChatGPT to write like a message and put on her account like, oh, we're so sorry about the loss of Lil Tay and her brother, just made it sound super professional, whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
But like, there's no like, nothing from the police, nothing
okay. No police
from
reports.
her manager, nothing from, but like people saw that on her story and they read that message that was very like proper and formal, and they were like influencers, new influencers were like, man, rest in peace, Lil Tay, all that garbage.
Right.
But if that was just using ChatGPT to fool people, like even with that LeBron case as well, people asked LeBron like, "Is this you? Are you really wearing the dress?"
Right.
It's crazy.
And
someone actually came up to me and showed me, and they're like, "Look, Lil Tay died." The day before, I looked into it and then realized, oh, it's ChatGPT or some lie or something. I think that's crazy.
I bet that girl's like, what, 14, 15 now?
She's like, 14, 15.
Dude, when we were both in high school, she was like 9 or 10. And witnessing her be a little child and be like with these rappers in New York, like New York influencer kind of ghetto influencers, and like you're like, what are you like? If I was in Little Tay's position, I would be scarred at this age.
Why do you say that?
Because of the people she was hanging out with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Bad crowd, bro.
I see. For sure. Or at least like that's what I remember. I don't know if my memory's correct or not.
I remember her flashing the big stacks of cash in the mansions. I was like, geez. Yeah. And then we learned later on that, her mom's selling those houses and money's probably prop money, or if it is real money, it's not hers.
Sure.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, but I remember her Instagram account getting millions and millions of followers, and the thing is, that's Instagram economy, bro. You can get paid from Instagram.
For sure.
Which is crazy too. That you can get paid from Instagram, bro.
Crazy.
Dude.
I remember seeing a video of her, like, just walking outside with her brother, and then a group of black people. Yeah, 2 or more black people is a gang.
Sure, yeah.
A group of black people driving by, and they're like, "We heard you talking all that shit on the internet. What the fuck's up? What's up? What are you talking? What were you saying before? You're not the biggest flexer anymore?" That type of thing.
Sure.
Because she was dissing people. She was like, my rent is like your grandma's. I could pay your whole family's funeral, whatever, some crazy stuff.
Of course.
And then she just looked like an innocent 9-year-old, like confused and lost. Like the whole thing that she was saying, her script that she was saying in those videos was like made by her older brother. That kind of had something going on. She was like, "Leave her alone. She's not actually like that." And she was just standing and being like scared.
All the stuff that she did was scripted?
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, you just blew my mind, dude. Because I thought that was actually her for a second.
No.
That's like that persona. I think I could do 60% of it now.
I could do 0.
Yeah, like that persona was like really well done and really well, I guess, rendered out.
I couldn't make my younger brother do that. That's crazy.
Her acting skills were fucking phenomenal too.
I mean, it's not too hard to act ignorant if you're 9 years old.
But to be able to have... But I have younger cousins and family members.
Right. They're probably really raised well, and
they can't do that shit.
Yeah.
I've been trying. They don't do that.
You've been trying.
Just kidding. But
trying to monopolize.
Yeah. There's a fucking market out there, and let me tell you, parents, we can do it. All you need is just a couple scripts, that, pull $10,000 out of cash and have it, bound up, and we'll be fine. We'll make an Instagram post.
Right. Have you seen that one little kid streamer, YouTuber he sang that viral song that was like, "I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad."
Oh, no.
Bro, he's like 5 or something. It's like one of those family channels where it's like the mom and the dad and then the little kid. And they followed him since he was like born. And they vlog. They're like vloggers.
Yeah.
And like, they just have a lot of clout, a lot of money.
Those people are like... I always worry about those kids because... I don't know what I would do if I could watch a bunch of videos of me as a young kid. I don't know how I would develop.
It's funny as hell. The dad would like show clips of the kid when he was younger. He's like, "Look at you, boy," and like roast him. Crazy. But then the kid's like, "Who bought that watch for you?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand, man. What time do you gotta get out of here?
I'm leaving now. See you, Preston. Nice talking to you. Bye.
All right. Well, okay, this has been the app. This is episode 14. Chill. Try not to make so much fragments of audio, bro. Chill out. Let me at least cut it off first. Take witness of our commercials. They're pretty great. Let that hypnotism get you. Please go onto our shop. Maybe buy some merch. Maybe get some stickers and prints. If you're feeling generous, all contributions go to us.
Bro.
That's about to sound like a fucking charity. I was trying to make that into a joke, but I couldn't. Okay, peace. Bye-bye.
Do you want to collect a free NFT? Well, head over to OpenSea and visit @ShopOruga to view our collections of digital art. Our most recent collection, Citation, is available now. Check it out. The Oruga Podcast.
Somehow somebody's always looking the other way. Now look at these guys. They look busy, right?